So you came back in 2011 in WWE. You had the Rumble thing as Diesel. You had the run with Punk and Hunter. But in early 2012, somebody tweeted the Ultimate Warrior and asked him why he doesn't dye his hair. And he said that he doesn't dye his hair because I'm not a who thrives on stealing limelight from younger talent. And then you responded to him and said, I thought we got on well. Oh no, never realised I had a problem with Jim, in brackets Warrior. Seemed to get along fine in Scottsdale. Come on, my clown, turn that frown upside down. A true warrior never turns down a challenge. Put up $100,000, I'll do the same. 3 rounds, MMA rules, winner take all. I'm talking shoot, not sports entertainment. Jim Hellwig needs to put up or shut the up day before Mania in Miami.
So, I mean, I guess Jim's a strange cat anyway. He was a strange. I'm sure wherever the he is, he's still a strange cat. But I guess he didn't get like what Twitter was at that time. You know, like it was just. But I knew it would strike a nerve because I knew he was deathly afraid of me because I'd gotten his face a couple of different times, and I knew he wasn't going to do shit. And I don't know if anybody ever watched his rebuttal to me. It took me, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to type that. He spent 3 days to put together a 7-minute tirade that had about 45 edits and had every legal way possible out of this fighting situation covered. It had to be $1 million. I mean, he needed a year to train and blah, blah, blah. I just said, Jesus, dude, it was a work. If he was smart, we could have done it. We could have done the Jake Paul before Jake Paul was even Jake Paul. You know, we could have done a draw. I mean, and made some money, but not dumbass.
What would you, out of curiosity, what would you have done if he'd replied, meant yes?
Beat the shit out of him.
Just last follow-up on that, because that's 2012, 2014, Scott Hall goes in the Hall of Fame. Warrior's going in the same year. Do you bump into him? And?
Well, he dies like 3 days later.
Oh, I was so tempted to make the joke. I'm not going to do it. What did you do?
I channeled my inner Bruce Lee. No, I saw him in the back, and it was the opposite of the Nasty Boys. He was getting his presentation from Vince, and I'm not kidding you, man. The room that we were in was twice as cold as this room. I mean, it was freezing in this room. And I went in there and I saw him. I went, man, like, it's Hall of Fame. It's you know, like. So I went up and I hugged him. He was sopping wet through his tux. I mean, it was like if you would have told me we just dried his hair, but besides that, all day Jim's been working in a dunk tank for muscular dystrophy. I'd have said, sure, to be that wet, you had to have been in water. And he was just sweating that profusely. So the story goes, and Hulk said the same thing. The story goes, and I guess he went home after that. He was on Monday Night Raw, and he cut that 8-hour promo. And then he was, because we lived maybe 4 or 5 miles from each other in Phoenix, up in North Scottsdale. He actually lived in Carefree. I lived in North Scottsdale, and I know exactly where they were at. I know exactly that he was walking across the parking lot and he just fell dead. So, but I did get to. I mean, we made amends before that. It's strange when you get like to this point in your life, because like I'll be 67 in July, and when you go to the dog park, and I don't know how many people have dogs, but I have a dog, and you go to the dog park, and you realize at this age that you never ask anybody how old their Great Dane is, and they say much more than 8 years old. You don't ever say, hey, how old's your Great Dane? 14. So it's kind of wood. So knock wood. So you get to a point and you say to yourself, well, the average age is kind of 76. So I got 10 years, which means I got 520 weekends left. When you think about it like that, it's just like, that's not a lot of weekends, So I got 520 weekends left, and I'll be spending one of them in the UK. And it's a good thing, because I've always loved coming over here. I've always loved the people over here. When the crowds were when I first broke into WWE, we would come over here, and you felt like you made us feel like we were superstars, because the people you guys would show. I mean, I remember the first time I wrestled in Royal Albert Hall, I thought I was Elton John. I was also stoned, but I just no. You look in the mirror and you no longer. I would hope when we get this age, we stop lying to ourselves, and we tell ourselves the truth, and that's why I stopped drinking 2 years ago. So I said, hey, my liver still is not recovered. It's like, you just think it's the longest rib of all times. Are you kidding me? We're still not drinking? But no, you get to it, because we sit here and we tell these stories, and like 80% of the people that I'm talking about aren't here anymore. And it's, and you know that, I mean, July will be 30 years, the 30 year that the NWO was born. And of the original three, I'm the only one that's alive. And it's one of those things where they always called Hulk the immortal Hulk Hogan. And that was the one. I mean, I'll never get over Scott, because he was, he's my best friend. But I just never pictured Terry dying. I still, like, when I talk about him, I kind of want to razz him a little bit, but then it's just like, no, you got to kind of give him some love, because he's gone too. So, So I don't know what the that was. I think what that was I was channeling my inner Robert Duvall. So, because that was another one, it's just like, it's just, do you remember when when we were all young? Some of us out here are still young, but I mean, there's a couple of us out here that we're getting, and on the Oscars, they would have like all the that died. And you'd be like, no idea who the that, who the fuck's that, who's that? And each year, it's like, oh fuck, he's dead. He died. Oh my God, I thought he was already dead. You know everybody, because you realize as life goes on, and you get closer to the end of the road. I mean, like I stopped going to funerals. It's just like, because people say, oh, you need to pay your respects. You know what, man? Like, they have no respect for me if they think I'm going to go look at their dead body. I'm sorry. Like, that. Real estate's too expensive. Just get cremated and move on. So, but I don't know.